name's Frase. I'm from Montreal, Canada, and I've been in Germany for about 3 weeks. Just came on a train from Berlin this morning. I love Germany. Awesome. People are super enthusiastic about music, and it's kind of rare now, I think, in our generation. Supporting live music and buying CDs and vinyls, and just really, it seems like there's a lot of music people here, and I really enjoy it. So. Yeah, I call it future soul, but that's kind of because it's a mix of electronic music and modern production, but it's essentially soul music. It comes from the soul. You know, live I play by myself and play beats that I made in the studio or with other people around the world, and then sing and play guitar over top. So it's pretty basic at the moment, but yeah. Well, how long is the interview? I was super into dance music when I was a kid. Like Dance Mix '93 was my jam. I don't know if you have that here in Germany, but there was like a CD that you could buy at the grocery store that was called Dance Mix, and it would have like the top dance tracks of that year. And Dance Mix '93 was the year that was like everybody wanted, because it had like "Call him Mr. Vader, call him Mr." You know, those like really classic house, like awesome '90s songs. So my musical taste was kind of pretty bad at that point, I guess. But when I was a teenager, I got into hip hop, like old school hip hop, Tribe Called Quest and the Fugees and Cypress Hill. And I listened to that for like 5 years straight. And then I got kind of sick of that and went in a different direction and listened to more acoustic music and folk and records that my dad had in his basement. And then later studied jazz guitar. And while I was studying jazz guitar, I realized I wasn't a very good guitar player. And so I played bass a lot instead, and keyboard and percussion. And I'm really kind of thankful that I wasn't like, I want to be a guitar player, because now I can play lots of instruments and sing. And I guess the music I do now, I played with a band for a really long time in Canada. It's called FM Hilo, and we toured all over Canada and America in a van, old school, you know, with setting up drums and amps and stuff, and I just got sick of it. It just was such a strain on my energy every day to be responsible for these other people and to feed these other people and to carry their stuff. And you know, I got to a point where it just wasn't working financially, even though people were really supportive of what I was doing. And then I got an opportunity to open one show, 2 songs, before Dub Effects in Montreal, and I just sang over top of a beat I made, and he was like, "That was amazing." And I was like, "That's the first time I've ever done that." And he was like, "Do that. Fuck the band." Excuse my language. Fuck the band. You're a solo artist, you know, like this is something that you need to do. And you know, meet people like you guys and come to festivals for the first time on a low budget and be able to, you know, survive, but then grow a fan base to the point where, of course, I'd love to play with a band again. But I want to play with a band that I picked this guy because he's the best and I can afford him because he's awesome, and not, you know, a friend that is there to come and travel the world and play music with, you know, so. So I guess I do what I do because it's necessary, you know. We're traveling in very, like 2 people with just a backpack, and so I have room for my laptop and my controller for my computer and my effects for my voice on my guitar. And if I brought anything else, the airplane would charge me more to carry it, you know. So right now it's like, let's get to the people, you know, meet the people and let them hear the music, and if they love it, then I'll come back and bring more people. Germans so far have been really welcoming. You know, I just signed a a CD from, I think he was maybe 80 years old. So that I was pretty, you know, like, I'm not saying that my music is for young people, but I feel like older people aren't used to what I do, you know. They're probably like, is he singing karaoke? You know, like, it's not, they're not used to seeing DJs, you know, like, youth these days are used to paying big money to go and see a DJ play, and sometimes they're not even playing anything. You know, I've opened for big DJs, and they're really good at pretending to do something, and they get paid a lot to do that, you know? And so I understand that there's this kind of like, oh, you know, like, what are they doing? Are they really an artist? What, you know? But I'm just doing it because it's necessary, and I play a lot of different types of instruments, and I'd love to have a setup where I get to play all those things and loop them and do this, but sound check would take 3 hours, and I'd have to bring all this stuff around with me. So, you know, right now it's like, what's the most basic thing I can do to make people happy and enjoy the music? And that's what I'm doing now, I think. Yeah. Well, it depends on what they're going through, but I definitely know that it's a really exciting time to be alive, and it's really intense, and there's a lot of crazy things going on in the world right now. But if you think of it kind of like we're at that part of the movie that's like really intense, and you're not sure if you want to stick around to the end, like, we're living that right now, you know? Like, somebody that lived 100 years ago, they might have had a simpler life, but they won't know the end of the movie. And I feel like we're kind of getting to the point where we're, maybe not in my lifetime, but maybe in my if I have children's lifetime, there's going to be some crazy things happening. Like, the world will change in the next 100 years for sure. So yeah, be a part of a positive movement. You know, I'm always encouraging creativity and compassion for other people, and I think if anybody is an aspiring musician out there and they really feel it, and they really feel like this is something that they're doing because they love music and not just because they get girls' attention or not because it's cool, then pursue it and keep doing it. And you know, I've been playing for over 10 years or over 12 years in front of people, and it's only in the past year and a half that I've actually got to the point where I'm get to go and play shows that I want to play. So it's a lot of work, and don't be discouraged by little things that can set you back from your goal. If it's really what you want to do, then keep doing it.